Sup. Okay, so what had happened was YouTube kind of got our ass. So for the clips that we use of the runway for Drag Race, we pull it from a particular source, and apparently YouTube said not on today, and so they decided to be like, no, you may not use these on this particular video. We don't know why, because we use them all the time. So you will see that you'll see some kind of strange editing in this video, because that was YouTube basically snatching those clips off our video after we posted it. So it's gonna look a little strange. Apologies for the weird quality of this episode. But we do hope you will enjoy regardless, and hopefully it won't be a problem moving forward. Fingers crossed. But yeah, thanks for bearing with us. And yeah, enjoy this episode of the conference call, RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 10 recap. I think I did that right. This is...
Hello and welcome back to the recap show. It is Drag Race Season 10, Episode 10, and it is Snatch Game. So, I don't know about you guys, but I loved this episode. I think because of what happened during the episode for me.
I think you have stronger feelings than I do. It wasn't a bad episode. I'm not going to say I loved it. I will say I liked how certain people handled a certain individual.
Yes.
Or I should say at least a certain person handled a certain individual.
Yes.
Okay.
But we'll get into that a little later.
So let's start off, as we always do, with our drag names. So today I am Deepa, but it's D-E-P-A, Deepa Penetration. That is my drag name for today.
Okay.
And you are...
Okay.
I told you I'd bring back the raunchy names.
You did, and I'm actually that's not so bad.
Okay.
It's actually not so bad. I'm
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of your better ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, mine is very tame.
Okay.
Mine is very tame compared to that. So I couldn't really think of anything this morning, so I thought about Lucky Stars, but instead of being Lucky Stars, I am Lucky Charms.
Okay, taste the rainbow.
Lucky Charms. That's Skittles. It's still a rainbow.
I still taste the rainbow.
The marshmallow is still
Taste
there.
the rainbow.
Yeah.
Yes, Lucky Charms.
I love Lucky Charms.
Do you?
I love the marshmallow. Oh, back in the day, I don't eat cereal anymore, but when I was little, I loved me some Lucky Charms. Just give me cereal, just a little bit of milk so I change the color. I eat the marshmallow like a
Oh, no, thank you. I hated Lucky Charms.
Yeah, I was never a fan of Lucky Charms either. No. I only liked the marshmallows in it. Like, I didn't like the cereal pieces.
That was
I
what I didn't like in it.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
You didn't like the marshmallows?
No, but I've never liked marshmallows. Like, period.
I love marshmallows.
Yeah, no, let alone freeze dry ones. But anyway, I am this week Ruth making love.
Ruth
Okay,
making love. What? All right, I need to hear the story behind this one.
We need the.
Just Ruth making love.
Okay,
That's all.
that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
Who's Ruth?
Whoever she is, she making love.
You making
I
love.
think
There
she-
you go. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. Ruth making love and Lucky Charms.
How many Z's is that?
3.
No.
3. 4. The initial Z. Lucky Charms. There we
That's
go.
fine.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
All right.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway, so this week was, as we alluded to earlier, Snatch Game. And all of the previous girls have now met each other in the workroom because all the brackets are there. So we've got 9 bitches in the room, and of course the one that I'm not gonna say love to hate. The one we hate, just start shit up from the moment she walks in the workroom, and
I have decided I'm not giving her anything this episode, as we discussed. You two can feel free to express your grievances, but I'm just not giving that energy.
Like, girl, you just want to be a mean girl. And the thing that got me was when she, later on in the episode, when she was doing her confessional, and she started to tear up because of
I ain't never seen a dry cry. What did Claudius tell New York? I've never seen somebody cry with no tears coming out before.
Are you okay? Yeah.
Are you okay?
What I found very funny, what I found very hilarious in this episode was the fact that this girl mentioned that she started therapy. I said, when? Where?
That part.
How?
That part.
I don't
clearly
believe
not working.
It is not working. And
not believe it.
Her therapist needs to be fired and had their license revoked.
So I went to the mall on Thursday. Can we get into the rest of these girls? Because she's already gotten too much airtime from us. All right.
Right. Okay.
I just
Are we
can't.
doing,
What are we gonna start with?
Do we want to
let's
review it?
Let's review Snatch Game.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are everyone who did what?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now some of these people I had no idea.
Horrible.
I never heard of them.
This
I
was
like Cookie Tookie. I had no idea who Pete Burns was.
Me neither.
Horrible.
Or Kenny Kearns.
Or who?
Kenny Kearns.
Yeah, I don't know who Kenny Kearns is either. Yeah. I can see where Bosco was trying to go with it, especially because apparently Kenny Kearns is a character himself, however that, I don't know. Never heard of the person.
Me neither.
And so she wanted to be able to play off the different characters that they played. However, it just didn't, I don't think she had the space to do everything that she probably had in her head to do.
Probably. But I honestly think that was a great effort. The fact that she, changed and she
the wig switch was
that
cute.
Was cute.
The wig
Cher was okay.
But yeah.
She tried. She put in a good effort, I thought.
Okay, sure. I just don't know if it was the best idea. Like, you're impersonating someone who does impersonations.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Surely there was a better choice you could have made. But again, I don't know this person, so I have 0 point of reference. I also, like you said, I didn't know who Pete Burns was, but I do think that Lydia, whoever Pete Burns is, I do think that Lydia did better. If we're going to compare Lydia to Bosco, I think Lydia did better. I think she had maybe 1 or 2 little zingers in there that I think were decent.
Yeah, the whole booty and the finger in the booty, whatever it was that they said.
Got a kick out of that.
They got a kick out of it. And I think Pete Burns is past tense because I think they referenced him past.
I think so.
Like he passed away?
He's going on to glory,
yes.
Oh, okay.
He's going to see Jesus.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
the
way they referenced them, it sounds like they're no longer with us. I don't know though, so I apologize if anybody's watching and know who Pete Burns is and maybe a fan of them if they are still alive.
Sorry to this
person.
So now I'm curious. Now I gotta Google.
Well, while you Google them, I will say that I really enjoyed Ginger Minj's
Ginger was the only standout.
Yeah.
Was literally the only standout.
She knew how to do it. I mean, she's a 3-time winner of Snatch Game. I mean, she knows what she's doing when it comes to that.
And rightfully so, I guess. Yeah. But I mean, also, look, I'm not taking anything away from Ginger, but if you look at the rest of the contestants, she didn't really have to work that hard.
I'll agree with that. She didn't have to, but she did.
Yeah. She stood out.
She did.
She did. I think she did so well, which is surprising no one. I think it was really smart. Her opening line of being at working at a fast food restaurant. It was so unexpected. A lot of her jokes were so left field and
she was a sex worker.
She was a
She
sex
was
worker
no,
at one
but when
point.
she started, she was taking up fry orders.
yes.
Fries with it.
Yes, I thought it was very, very smart, but again,
Yeah.
it's not a surprise. And yes, Pete Burns
It's her
is
wheelhouse.
quite dead. Got in 2016.
Not just dead, but quite dead.
Quite dead. Long gone.
Let's emphasize it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think she did well, and I was very happy that Mistress was right beside her, drowning to death, which I don't know if that's how Pete Burns died or not. But I think it was just
it gave me pleasure to watch her sink.
We love to see it. We love
like a hard stone.
Yeah.
Just sinking to the bottom of the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Warmed my heart.
Listen to me. I was up in the bed that's clapping and cheering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was quite happy about it because it was she was just being herself, and it wasn't even good.
It wasn't.
Right, it wasn't at all.
There was the delusion of it all when she was like, "Oh, I thought it was pretty good. I got some laughs." I'm like, "Girl, no, you didn't."
There were no laughs. Even Rue said there was no laugh. There were no jokes.
None.
Not one.
Not a one.
And with that glorious ending, let us move on to the looks.
First
and what was the category?
Tiramisu.
Oh yeah.
Stew.
Okay.
Yeah.
First up, we have Bosco.
I like the makeup. I liked the shoe. The outfit itself left a lot to be desired. I like the hair. Did I say the hair? I like the makeup and the hair and the shoe. The outfit itself left a lot to be desired.
I didn't mind it. I thought overall it was a cohesive look. I thought the hair went with the outfit.
I didn't hate it. I did also like the hair and the makeup. Unfortunately, when I see this look, I can now only think of Nymphia Wind because she did a similar I think Little Boy Blue or whoever this look is based off of. Nymphia did a really good runway on her season. And so when I see that, I think of Nymphia. But yeah, it was okay.
It was cute.
It wasn't top, but it wasn't bottom. It was safe.
Yeah.
It was verse.
And she was safe.
All right, next up we have Georges.
I will say this suit was pretty cool. Yes. I liked the suit. It looked good. Yeah. And then the dress underneath.
Good reveal.
It was, Georges did what Georges does.
Yeah.
She typically looks good on the runway.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I do very much like that suit. That was a good suit.
It was a really good suit.
Yeah, and okay.
Moving on.
Sidebar.
No, he has a sidebar.
Oh.
Sidebar. People, if we're going to do big and oversized, please do a heel. I can't stand seeing a oversized wide leg pant with a sneaker or a flat. I'm so glad that she did she had better than a heel. She's a drag queen, but it just works so much better than a flat. Again, this is completely side conversation.
Completely side. Where's this coming from?
Because I see it so much, especially these days, because wide and baggy pants are
but what about guys
right now, and I don't know why. What
about guys though? I've worn a wide leg, really, really wide leg with a sneaker, a white sneaker.
Yeah, I know. All right, so moving on,
shady bitch.
Next up, we have
moving right along.
Who was this? Diabetica.
Diabetica.
I did not.
I like this.
It's not bad, but it's nothing to like. And then this tearaway. But first of all, if you're going to reveal your behind, have a behind to reveal.
Yeah.
There was nothing. She suffers from acetol disease. Yeah, she has no acetol. Yeah, there was like, if you were going to, and she built it up talking about you want it, and then for it to tear away, and then there's nothing there. Ma'am, go cover up and sat down somewhere.
So I like the concept. I like the idea. The execution, not so much. I mean, I like the fact that, okay, you're wearing like a workout suit, you're in the gym, you got the dumbbell or whatever, and then you reveal to like a sweaty dress that's like jeweled and such, and the sweat stain. I love the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, the execution was not so much. And yes, I agree, girl. What? Okay. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ass wasn't giving the ass.
I'm gonna save that comment before the people.
No, so speak your mind.
Nope, not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. Yeah, I like the idea. I like the idea.
Okay, we'll stick with that. Next, do you have any commentary?
No.
Okay, next.
All right.
Girl. This reveal
was embarrassing.
Secondhand embarrassment. I rolled over and put the covers over my head when I was watching this.
This was embarrassing.
This was so bad. This is why she did not deserve to be in this semifinals. Like, girl, she should have took the top off first. That was her first mistake. And then her dress wasn't finished. I'm like, you didn't make this in the workroom. Like, this was supposed to be a completed garment that you shipped to Drag Race All Stars. Like, why did it look? Why are they commenting that this is not finished?
They did comment because Buffy.
No, they did. That's what I'm saying. Like, why did they comment the fact that this is not finished?
And you know who I meant.
Sarah Gellar.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, Prince Jr.
All the names.
Mr. Parker.
I mean,
nothing else to say. It spoke for itself.
Here's my thing, because Acid said when she comes back, she's going to be doing all of Cuckoo's looks, and I wonder if Acid Betty did this to her.
I doubt it.
I'm just saying, she said, watch out, because when she comes back, I'm doing all of her looks.
Yeah, but she ain't back yet, clearly. Yeah, what's funny is, so on this episode of the Pit Stop, Jujubee was the guest, and I was taken back to the reading challenge, I think, on her last run on All Stars, and one of her reads was
Juju?
One of her reads was to, I think it was Mariah. She was like, "Oh, great! Now we have to change the name to RuPaul's Drag Race Some Stars."
Some Stars, yeah.
That's what this season gives me, and I think about Cynthia in particular when I say this. It just, girl, what was this? What was this?
She did not deserve to be there. And I think this is why this format does not work for All Stars. Because you have maybe one or two, and then it really don't belong in semifinals. They don't.
So are you saying like it doesn't work for All Stars, but it might work better for like a regular season?
This could have been could have been a way to switch up a regular season.
Yeah. Because you don't know any of them.
That's
and
true.
Then you're getting to understand what their drag is.
Yeah.
Whereas this should be about the most elevated people. And I'm feeling like some of the people that they had, like, okay, we clearly see that you do not belong here. And I, like, when they voted her in, I was just like, this is so wrong. Like, the person that should be there is not there. We're not going to get looks. And, like, look at that. That was clear. That reveal was horrible.
Yeah, not good. But you know what? I agree. I do think the whole bracket format would be better in a regular season.
Yeah.
It would give us more time to kind of
Yes.
figure out who is who.
Yes.
With queens that we don't already know. I think
Yes.
it's a good idea. So maybe they'll implement it moving forward with regular season and hopefully not again with All Stars.
Yeah.
And then too, because it's such a pressure cooker, they only have 3 weeks to truly show us what they can do in that 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this would be a good format for a regular
The other
season.
thing too, what that allows people to do is not to be like the first episode, someone goes home and feels as though they didn't get a chance to show who they were. Here you are now, you have 3 episodes. Prove to me who you are. And if you can't, then you go home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I think you're
I
right.
think that, so this goes back to last week where you guys were saying that Drag Race needs to be either stopped or reinvented. I think this is the way to reinvent it. Regular season. This, I don't think, like you said, this can be an all-star because this does not work for all-stars.
Yeah, I agree. All right, next up we have Irene, the Alien.
I actually kind of like this.
I thought the idea of this was really cute. I don't know. It's just something that I don't know. The idea of it was really cool. The hair coming out with the mask of herself on, but then to reveal to that, I feel like we've seen her in that before, or at least like some type of variation of it. It didn't feel.
Oh, I mean that's her
special
stick.
enough.
Okay. I liked it. I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it. It is very much her aesthetic. It's very much her drag. I think it was put together well. It tore away well, easily.
Yes, Jesus.
Which is the point, to come out of it easily, Cynthia. I like the fully black eyes. I enjoyed it actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good look.
Moving on, we have.
I thought she looked pretty. Like her makeup and her hair, I thought she looked nice.
Pretty. Yeah.
But she struggled.
You know what it is with her? I feel as though she does not portray the confidence that she needs to be on All Stars. And that's been a common thread throughout this season with her.
Well, she even said, I don't know if it was in the preview or in this episode, she said she had been away from drag for a while, so she's finding her footing again. But like this format is not the place to find your footing.
No, like All Stars should be about bitches that are out there that just feel confident and ready to come and kill it. And like they're trying to take them $200,000. They're trying to figure out what do I belong. Like that's what the regular seasons of Drag Race is for. Like if you're not confident, you shouldn't be here.
Well, hopefully this will get her some gigs.
I don't know if it's confidence. I think it's because as she revealed on this episode, like she's this close to being homeless or unhoused. So I would imagine that is probably what we're seeing, is the concern and the worry of not winning and going back to her regular life where she could very well get kicked out of wherever she is at any moment.
Yeah.
That being said, and notwithstanding, unfortunately, she's just not presenting like exceptional drag this season. As I have said, the entire season, I'm just like, I honestly, I've never seen it for Aja from her original season to now. I do think the butterfly look was nice.
It looked good though.
It was nice. Yeah. And her makeup did look nice as well. But as you said last week, I am whelmed.
Whelmed, yeah.
I'm whelmed, yeah.
Okay. Next
up, Lygia.
I thought this was well put together. It looked refined. It looked good. I thought the color was good. I thought the length was good. Makeup, everything was just good.
The suit is nice. However, I can see what Carson is saying about the bottom of it. I didn't mind the length of the bottom, but as far as it needing to be steamed, I get that. I felt like they were giving it too much as far as the length and all of that jazz. I thought it was as long as it should have been. I wish she would have taken the jacket completely off. That way it would have just been the nightgown or whatever. But
can I comment on the steaming thing? Like the thing was bunched up in a suit. What else? I mean, it's going to get crushed. Like I thought that comment was so stupid. And the fact that he was harping on it.
I feel like they were
why? Like these things are rolled up so you can't see it. I mean, you could not tell she had like a full length gown underneath.
Yeah.
What do you want her to do?
But
See it as it comes out?
But that goes to what we've been saying like this whole season, and I think even last season. You see production's hand in this stuff. Production probably told them, okay, you have to kind of downplay Lydia, or you have to downplay at least somebody to boost somebody else up, because it wasn't that serious.
It wasn't.
It was not. It was not. And to your point, Deepa, I yeah, I said the same thing. I was like, girl, it was rolled up in a suit. Of course it's gonna get, and we don't know how long, because like
Exactly.
they can be in drag or whatever doing all this for hours. So it could have been, she could have been in this look for hours before hitting the
Yeah.
So
And she was one of the later queens.
and I'm like, damn, okay. So I do think Carson was just reaching for something.
Because look, if you think about it, it was only the bottom that was creased up. It wasn't like the whole thing. Like, so obviously it was steamed.
Yeah.
This thing was bunched up, so it wouldn't. You could not
And given
tell.
the fabric of it,
Yeah.
that's going to
Yeah.
Fine, girl.
And I
It was
didn't-
fine.
I didn't mind the length at all, because it didn't seem like she couldn't walk in it. She seemed like she walked fine.
She walked
Yeah.
in fine.
If it was too long, she probably would have had an issue with like walking in it, or would have gotten like she would have been stepping on it. But it seemed like it was fine to me, unless production cut out something. But overall,
I agree with your comment, because once when we see Ginger, like the comment they made about her suit also gives me like, all right. I mean, look what she had underneath. There's no way to do that without it being big. And if she'd have made it tighter, the fabric would have been bunched up, and then he would have had the same comment. So I was like, let me just find something to complain about, even though these looks look really good.
Yeah. As much as I hate's a strong word. As much as I dislike,
Hate's not a strong word. It's 4 letters.
It's a strong word, though.
Tell me you've seen the Project Runway preview.
No.
You haven't seen that meme going around when Heidi tells Law hate is such a strong word? He said it's not a strong word. It's a short word. It's only 4 letters.
I have
That would be
not,
Law.
but that does sound like something that Law would say.
Law would say, yes.
Because it don't make no
Was
sense.
it-
Anyway,
That part.
as much as I dislike giving Lydia praise and compliments, I liked this look a lot. I'm actually glad that she didn't take off the jacket, because to me that was the full look. I think the 2 pieces looked good together. I liked it. If I were to nitpick anything, it would be I would have liked the tie to be a full tie. I didn't like the fact that the tie was sewn into like the top. I was like, give me a full tie. I would have loved that even more. But I think this looked good. I love the colors together. That, I don't know if that was cerulean blue with the black and the shimmeriness of the black. I thought
Textures.
Yeah.
You got your textures.
Before we move on, the only thing I will say in regard to that other person, Lydia pissed me off because she said that other person adopted me when we were in our bracket together, so I'm just gonna go along with whatever that person says.
She doesn't have a mind of her own.
And that I'm like, I get that you're young. She's what, 23, 24, but at this stage in life, you should have a mind of your own, and it's clear that she does not.
Yeah.
It's very clear that she does not, because she's dating Corey King. Now,
Well, all right.
That's true.
and I'm glad you brought that up, because I thought that same thing. Like, she literally said, well, maybe not literal, but she said on the episode that, like, I don't want to go against Mistress because you don't rock the boat or whatever. And I was like, bitch.
Yeah, what boat is there to rock? Especially at this stage in the competition, the rules have changed. Granted, I think at that point they didn't know the rules changed, but still,
you should be in there to win for yourself.
Exactly. You should be in there for yourself.
Right.
Girl,
don't you know that Mistress would slit your throat at the drop of a dime?
Yes.
Like, this bitch don't care about nobody. Girl.
Yeah,
Well, she about to find out.
I love
All right, next.
Next up.
FAFO. Loved this look from head to toe. Loved everything about it.
I didn't understand why they were mad at it being bulky. I mean,
Because they need something to complain about. Like, there was nothing wrong with this at all.
I didn't get. I don't understand the judges this season. Maybe that's what it is. I think the judges are just kind of in a different.
They on
I
their
don't get it.
period.
I don't get.
I
If
don't
it
know.
wasn't bulky, like whatever.
Yeah,
She did good.
It had to be bulky because of what was underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will admit that not even the hat didn't even bother me. I didn't even notice that the hat was small until they said something about it.
And then hold on, before you make a comment. Remember, she lost with 134 pounds, something like that?
125, I think.
Okay, whatever. That thing would have been big if she was in that other body. What were they going to complain about then? You know what I mean? It's just like, y'all just find something to pick on.
Yeah, I agree. They just had to find something. But I don't know why, because she ended up winning anyway. So I'm just like, what's the point? I don't know. Damn, I was gonna say something. Oh, as far as like the reveal, the wedding dress, I liked it. I thought it looked nice. I don't even think the veil was necessary, to be honest. I was like, you don't even need the veil, because she like had to take the hat off and like get the veil.
Pull the veil a little bit, yeah.
Because without that veil, you really could have. But I thought it looked good. Obviously, she's feeling her new body. She looks good. She looks great.
She looks
great. Yeah.
So yeah,
it didn't seem excessive. And the weight, I have to say this: the weight loss did not seem excessive. It seemed, and I don't know if she had surgery or whatever, or she's on one of the medications, but it looked more natural than some other people's. If that makes sense.
You mean the one other person who lost weight?
Whatever. We won't talk about her.
Well, she's coming up next. So, baby, what is this?
This is where they should have complained. That top was ill-fitted. It looked like it was spray painted on. Someone stole her spray can, and she just, whatever she found, she finished spraying it. It did not look good at all. And then on top of it, why are you wearing a bathing suit when it's supposed to be a suit reveal? Wasn't that the topic? And they didn't even call her out for that. Send this mean girl home.
Please.
Listen, let me tell you something. When I saw, I was like, she in the bottom. And when they said that she was in the bottom, I was so happy. I mean, I would have been even happier if she would have went home, because that would have been like icing on the cake, because how she came out in the beginning of that episode, trying to be mean to everybody, trying to knock down Ginger for no reason. You don't know this girl like that. You weren't even in her bracket, but yet still, because of the fact that she knew that she had the most points, oh, she's not that good. Girl, you're not that good. And you proved it this episode. You weren't good at Snatch Game. You weren't good on the runway. Bye, bitch.
That is, I think we're seeing that, like, that's her MO. Like, you can't stack up to some of these other queens, and so you just play these manipulative mind games. Like, yes, like you said, like the moment they enter the workroom, she gets started. She got to take the two from her bracket. We got to go and we got to talk over here and blah 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 blah.
She wants the attention.
Girl,
she's an attention whore.
Girl,
that's an attention whore.
Like,
why aren't you comfortable in yourself just to be in a space with everybody else? Why do you need to have everyone focus on you? Like, there's something wrong there. Therapy ain't working.
Why don't you have at least one redeeming quality? Like, why are you just such an... There's literally nothing about her that you can pinpoint to say, well, actually, that's a nice quality about her. There's nothing. There's nothing.
No.
So yes, I would have been a lot happier, obviously, if she had gone home as well.
All right, let's move on, because we're boring him.
Oh, I'm not bored. I just refuse to give it anything.
Was she the last one?
That was the last one.
So Cynthia and that person were in the bottom.
Uh-huh.
The song was trash.
Pure trash.
What in the world was that?
Like, they should have, whoever picked that song for this episode needs to be fired. That was horrible.
What was that?
Horrible.
It was a challenge, is what it was, because, reminiscent to the acapella, not acapella, the spoken word that Jinx and Monet.
But that one was pretty good.
That was good. It was funny.
This one was horrible.
I mean, I think it was trying to show, sometimes drag queens can do songs without music, and they can do things
No.
a cappella, and
No.
yeah, it was
This was not it.
a true. I think I
Not
missed
for
the
All
fact-
Stars.
when it started playing, I think I missed the fact that it was a cappella. I think
I was thinking that.
I tuned more into like remix than a cappella. So honestly, for way too long, I kept thinking, when is the music gonna drop?
Same. I was thinking like because
But
I never heard the song before, right? So I'm thinking at some point the beat's going to drop and like it's going to amp up or something, and I'm like,
And the way it ended was awkward.
Horrible.
It was bad. It was really bad. This is probably the worst song I've ever heard for lip syncing on any Drag Race. Even the other versions of other countries where we don't know the song, like this was the worst.
That was bad.
And it was an Aretha Franklin tune. It was bad.
I'm familiar with the original version of the song. I've
Yeah.
never heard it. I've never heard it a cappella. Yeah, it was strange. I will say it was strange. You know, would have made me happy. Honestly, would have been a double sachet.
I was kind of hoping for that too.
Would not have minded that.
That would have been good.
That would have gagged the bitches too. But yeah, unfortunately, oh girl,
It was not good.
Still here.
And Ginger won the episode, rightfully so.
Yeah. This bitch is undefeated in All Stars. This is her 4th win.
Oh my god! I just realized. I just had a thought.
What was your thought?
What if the final 2 are Ginger and Mistress?
No.
I
would like to see that because I would love for Ginger to put her in her place, but it's not going to happen.
So I saw a rumored final 2, and typically those rumors are not far off. I won't ruin it for the 2 of you, but I would like to see if it's true. I will say that other evil person is not the top 2.
Fantastic. That's all I need to hear. Right.
That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Hopefully she'll go home next week. But anyway, thank you guys for always joining us. Make sure that you comment in the comment box below. We'd love to hear you guys and what you're thinking, and we'd love to respond to you guys. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. It might be down here or off to the side. I don't know, but hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. And then after you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification button so you get notified every time we drop a new video. New videos drop every Monday at noon. So everyone have a great week. Hope you had a great 4th of July weekend. And we'll see you guys next week. Deuces.
Bye.